is enough, and it's time for a change.
It is Sunday, and you're listening to the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast.
Give me a hell yeah!
Get some love!
Woo, yeah!
With Kinny, Killa.
Hey, yo!
We're in the big D tonight, baby, and we are live! Woo!
I'm the gal them sugar should.
The best there is, the best there was, and the best ever will be! Contents the bottom line! The Stone Cold said so!
Oh, son of a bitch. If you just heard the glass shatter, that's right, it's Sunday. It's the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast, now exclusively on TRN, Talking Wrestling Network. That's right, it is Sunday, episode 86, and I am the man of the hour too. So weak to be sour, the one man with no Instagram, Kinny Killa. And as always, I'm kicking it with the hashtag tech guy, the Newport Knight. That's right, it's the gal them sugar shugs. Yo, now today we have a three-piece. We have the Cardiff Click. Firstly, let me introduce the guy that always just throws out that banter. That's right, it's James Belmont.
Have no fear, the Belmont is here. Woo!
Also, I'd like to introduce the head of fan relations. That's right, none other than James Powers.
Hello.
Hello. And also, the third part of the Cardiff Click. That's right, it is your boy from West Brom. It is Joshua Smith.
Hello, my return to the show is more anticipated than Vinnie Mac's return.
Yeah, it's funny to have you and James back on the show after, the little beef that happened when the beat the clock.
Oh no, I got him back for that already, he knows.
Well, we got three beefs going on. James and Joshua and James, because obviously James beat you, Belmont, and then Joshua beat James, so...
Yeah. That was just like a heat magnet. Everyone just hates him after about a week. I had to travel 3 hours to kick his ass.
So, Josh, so you got your time off work. That's all good. Thanks for coming on as usual. How you been though, man?
Oh, it's a pleasure. Yeah, I'm fine. Just, hating the international break. No decent football, because nobody watches England.
Yeah, I heard that. I ain't watched that shit. I'd rather watch Faroe Islands beat fucking Greece and see Ranieri's face on the side of the pitch. Man got sacked straight away. Powers, how you been, bruv? It's been a hot minute. How you been?
Hurting, really hurting, but that's life.
Yeah.
That's what you get for screwing and beat the clock.
So how's work and everything?
Well, I'm going to be signed off now. I dislocated my shoulder yesterday morning, so...
Please tell me you didn't try a bloody moonsault.
No, I wish. But at least I get to Christmas shop now, don't I?
Yeah.
Signed off for 4 weeks.
Fucking bagging.
Yeah.
I wish I could dislocate my shit so I could be off for 4 weeks as well.
Hey man, get them to do something to you.
Nah.
Just go on the pitch
Louder than me, man.
Oh man. Belmont, so how you been, bruv?
I've been great after our Cardiff adventure. It's been alright. I'm actually unlike Josh, I'm actually quite thankful for the international break because Spurs have been making me tear my hair out for the last 10 weeks.
Looking like that fucking doll on Rugrats.
Yeah.
Angelica's doll.
Oh my god. Well, as bad as Liverpool, man.
Oh man. Oh yeah. Well, United ain't doing any better, but we're hanging in there. And we got Arsenal on our return back, so that'll be interesting. See what fucking Steve Dawson says.
It'll be funny when Danny Welbeck scores, won't it?
Don't
he's
even
not gonna
start.
score, man.
Don't even start.
He can score against rubbish nations like Slovenia.
Oh god. Shugs, how you been,
Cool,
man?
man. You know me,
Yeah.
just chilling, happy as ever.
Yeah, chilling with some chicken and a red stripe. You know how it is.
Exactly.
I love that shit. Yeah. How's the week been though? Busy?
It's always busy, man. Do you know what I mean? It's non-stop. Just fucking marking them books. Just, catching that train. Just doing my shit.
Stealing the Bristol
Exactly.
pound. Hey, I started watching How to Get Away with Murder. Oh, this is some sick shit. I love
It's
it, bro.
too, like Lolly B, she can't keep up with like the time jumps. So she good job she never watched Lost, because she'd be like her head would be scrambled.
But that's your shit though. You like time jumps.
Yeah,
you like
it's
that
okay,
stuff,
it's okay, man.
Yeah.
I got too many shows to watch at the moment. That's why Smackdown had to say fucking bye.
Standard. R.I.P. Smackdown is 60 seconds. Anyway, we'll get onto that a bit later, but let's get into the show. Make sure you can follow us on Twitter. That's at Sunday Segue. Segue spelled Segue. Also, like us on Facebook. Also, email us anything you want. Well, within reason, obviously. No hate mail. Fuck y'all anyway. SundaySegue@gmail.com. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, like us on and rate us on iTunes, please. We need to know where we at. You can listen to our other episodes on Podomatic, Stitcher Radio, Mixcloud, and don't forget to download that Double Twist player. And we are now on the Talking Wrestling Network. That's right. Not wrestling, wrestling. Yeah. So make sure you check that out on YouTube as well. And check out all the other shows. So, shout outs. Right. Again, you know the deal. I'm going to try to shout out as much people as I can. Here we go. Alright. Let's get to these people. The seg heads out there. You know we love you. Couldn't do this without you. So let's just get to the followers and see how much we got. We got 1,195. Almost 1,200 followers. So I want to give a shout out to at ML29112 Michael. At Joe Murder 666. Wow, what a name. Brian Matwa, shout out to founder of TRN, Alex Carter. Also want to give a shout out to Rohit Kumar, Sick Kick, that's at J Driller _ROH. Shout out to at FN Ronnie, Mark Whitted, and last but not least, shout out to Bobby Rays. Again, one more, John Remy. If I couldn't fit all of you in, sorry about your damn luck, but I'll fit you in next week. Shugs, any shout outs? Belmont.
Roxy and their other half.
Big Evil Chris. What's up, Big Evil? Powers.
My brother from another at Mr. President 92, Michael Rodriguez.
M-Rod. Josh.
Anyone who follows me on Twitter at pardon_Segue.
Hey, nice. All right. I want to give a shout out to our partners in crime. Match Wrestling E-Magazine. Craig Phoenix, Dazzy Lee, next issue coming out next week, the supplementary Karma issues, part 2 of our interview with Karma. So make sure you check that out. It's a really, really good issue this month. Also, check out their website. That's maxwrestlingemag.weebly.com. As I said before, they are currently working with us on our website, so that will be coming soon. Also want to give a shout out to our other partners in crime. Wrestling Video News, John Clarkson. That's right, where you can find all your video news, DVD news for all the wrestling promotions out there. So make sure you check that out. WrestlingVideoNews.com. Also want to give a shout out to Chad B. Rotten Broughton on the TRN network. Open Turnbuckle every Wednesday. Open Turnbuckle Expo still. A new show with him and his Mrs. Courtney. Make sure you check that shit out. Okay. Let's get into Raw. It was here in the UK, in Liverpool. We started off with Cena, Ryback, and Authority. So, Cena comes out, crowd completely shit on this motherfucker. Singing a remix to his tune. Love it. UK fans, man. The UK crowd are by far the best crowd for a wrestling show.
Yeah, I just think that obviously, they come over here a few times a year. So by the time they actually get here, people are just can't wait. Like, do you know what I mean? They're just losing shit as soon as they're here. Just the fact, even though they've been watching shit Raws and these are all the people who've been watching Raw and saying how much is stinking up the place. But when you're actually there, they don't give a fuck. They just want to see wrestling and they love it.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was listening to Baron Pollock, and they were talking. I'm sure you've obviously listened to it, and they were talking about how much the UK fans, they're the hottest fans in the world right now in terms of wrestling. And I'm glad that an American podcast has said that, because that's the realness right now. Powers, Cena talks about Authority taking out people who would have been on his team. Zack Ryder, Swagger, really.
You never know is that right, do you? He's his best mate.
Do you look at this roster and wonder, like, how, Mania could kind of fail to measure up?
I do. I said this with the house shows. It's been it's first ever time, as you know, I go to them all. It's first ever time I've ever seen it repetitive like that. Exactly the same matches across the board.
Where did you go this time?
I only went to Cardiff this time. I didn't do more than one because I looked at cards and they're all the same bloody thing. Apart from you getting difference, like we got Ambrose versus Rollins. Birmingham got Cena versus Ambrose. And then I think one of others got Flaming Ambrose versus Cena. That's the only thing that pretty much changed.
Okay.
But going forward with that match, I can honestly see it going down to 5-on-1 and Cena still winning. I really can.
Oh man, I don't. Yeah. I wouldn't want to see that, man. I wouldn't want to see that. That's like, I suppose they'd be like, well, it's free, so you ain't got no choice but to watch that shit. Like, look, fucking hell. Oh man, Belmont, Ryback comes out to a good pop, and he's quickly joined by the Authority. And what did you think about Steph and Triple H in this segment? Because obviously they had to deal with the fact that fans were singing "Where's Our Network," and she just dealt with that shit quick time.
Well, she did, yeah, double time. She swerved it so quick and then just moved back into the segment, it was quite nice. But I would like her to try and get a bit more heat and say something about it, like say "Ask Sky" or something. Could you imagine a building if she said that?
That's heat. That's the heat we want. That would be amazing.
That's like serious heat. Yeah, no, they were good, but I'm just thinking, why did Triple H say he was God?
Yeah, that, yeah.
I think he's finally succumbed to that ego of his, man, because he wasn't even that good of a wrestler, if we're honest. He could brawl, but yeah, couldn't wrestle very well.
Josh, after Triple H, tries to get Ryback on his team, Cena does the same thing. He says, he trolls on Daniel Bryan, like, he absolutely trolls on Daniel Bryan, yeah. And then Ryback says that, he ain't scared of the Authority, but he don't see Cena's name on the bottom of his paychecks. I loved that. Equals spinebuster to Cena. Did you see this coming?
No.
Not at all.
Obviously, the other last week he'd come back as a fan favourite. People were going crazy, and for him just to turn like that, it doesn't make sense with the end to Raw, but it was good.
Yeah. And what did you think about Cena using our term "wankers"?
I loved it.
I was just like, Cena, like, he said it so quick as well, like. Yeah. He said it so quick, and I had to rewind that. I was like, wait a minute, did he just say wankers? Like, well, at least he used it right, because I don't know if people remember, Summer Rae thought that twat was a nice word, a nice English word, and then on Smackdown just decided to say, yeah, Layla, you're a twat. I was like, wait a minute, what the hell? And then they replayed it on Raw and blanked it out. Like, they beat it out.
Well, it's like when Brie was calling someone a bitch every 5 minutes. Sometimes they blank it out, sometimes they wouldn't. They just can't decide what's a curse word in WWE for some reason.
Yeah, that's them, innit? All right, let's go on to the next segment, which was Rollins versus Swagger. What did you think of the match? Because again, we think of Rollins, you think of Swagger, amateur background Swagger and stuff. You think on paper it's going to be a decent match. But what did you think about it?
Yeah, like, I don't think it was as good as the Ziggler one from like last week, but I just think like Swagger was just in there to just get beat down, like, do you know what I mean? So he was just in there to get a beating, and that was it really. So he was there as just somebody who was just going to take the beating and someone to show how powerful the Authority were. So I don't think it was any type of like they were trying to shine any type of light on him, because he said he was on Team Cena, didn't he, at the beginning?
Yeah.
And then he just got fucked up straight away.
It didn't seem like, obviously it doesn't seem as bad as NWO, but it just seems like again, it's highlighted by the thin roster and the gap between your main event or your nothing. Like standard, your main event or enhancement talent, that is it. And this was a clear sight of it. Like, you say Swagger's on Cena's team, you're like, Swagger, and then, his ass gets handed to. Enhancement talent. There you go. Paris, after the curb stomp and a 1-2-3, Noble and Mercury back up the Doctor in the corner. And Rollins gives Swagger another curb stomp. Was the exclusion of Swagger like too predictable?
Yeah, it was clear to the start he was just going to be a sacrificial lamb. Because I think it's clear now, once obviously Swagger's been removed, there's one place left on Team Cena and Survivor Series is live from St. Louis, Missouri, so it's obviously who that's going to be.
Well, see, the thing is, we say it's obvious, but he's filming shit, so it's like, and the way that they kind of exited, the kind of exit strategy on Raw for him to kind of go and do this shit, it would obviously be silly of them not to have him at St. Louis, to have a monster pop, you know what I mean? But yeah, who knows? It's not long for us to find out. So yeah.
Next week? Yeah, next week.
Next week. All right, let's move on. Paige versus Alicia Fox. Belmont Paige finally comes out and gets a pop in the UK and wins the match.
Yeah, finally. Not like last time where she come back as Divas champion last time and lose to Alicia Fox.
Yeah.
That was it, wasn't it? So it's a complete switch around. It was alright. The match was it felt a bit rushed.
Yeah.
Like the time constraints were on show there, but there's this thing that's just like a niggling thing in the back of my head. Why AJ and Paige have Cena syndrome? Because Paige gets knocked down, gets punched, and then she comes back with a few knees, gets booted off the ring, gets a couple of backbreakers, counters one, and then kicks Alicia in the face, and then gets hits the Rampage, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit like, I barely sat down. What the fuck is happening here? You know what I mean? I don't like it at the moment. They've got to book her stronger now to make people think she's legit.
Yeah, I hear that. But one thing that they have done is she is looking good.
Oh man, she's looking fine.
Like they I don't know what they've done or what she's done, but they've done something to her, man. They've done something.
I didn't think it's possible, but they have actually made her look a lot sexier. I don't even know why.
And the thing is, a lot of Americans they're like, oh, she's pale, but it's all good. You know what I mean?
It's all good. I don't care.
It's all good. Oh man. All right. Josh, what should be next for Paige to kind of really get over, whether it's getting over as a heel in terms of heat or getting over as as a babyface? What should be or what could be next for her?
Well, it's hard to say with Total Divas on the cards. I mean, her NXT gimmick, her NXT gimmick worked. The anti-diva. She could do so much shit and bring back like the women's champ, make it competitive again, and it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. But yeah, turn her into a heel, but like an anti-heel, so everyone loves her, even though they shouldn't.
She's it looks like she's she's not in the title program right now. I mean, it looks like Nikki Bella is in the title program. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that the roster in every aspect of the roster is thin, and it's just not looking good. They're obviously concentrating so much on the network, like the people that are meant to be concentrating on the roster and getting people up. It's just not happening quick enough. Or the ideas ain't coming quick enough. I mean, for instance, Solomon Crowe. This guy has been, signed for ages, and he is yet to even make an appearance on NXT. Fair enough, he was injured, but again, Sami Callihan is one of your best talents that you have, and he is yet to even make it to NXT yet. Like, it's just shocking. It's like they really don't know what they're doing. Anywho, let's go on to the next segment. Sheamus versus Rusev Butria. Rusev Machka. Powers. We get a rematch from last week, title match. We said last week on the show, that build-up was, it wasn't even kinda, it just was shit. But how did this match compare to the match last week?
I didn't think there was any difference. It was going to be a quick one. We always knew it was going to be a quick finish, and we all knew Sheamus wouldn't lose clean. Mm-hmm. So they've got an aspect to continue the feud. Moving forward, obviously, there's one team seeing one team flaming authority now. But end of the day, I still think Lana's more over than Rusev's ever going to be. So,
yeah. Well, I think he may have kind of come up again a little bit, because she's been just a little bit in the background. I think over the last couple of weeks, apart from obviously Steph's interactions with her and stuff. But no, right, Lana is the one, but. I mean, Shugs, Rusev is, he's going to continue getting pushed. But now he's US champ. What direction could, they take this gimmick? What things could we see next?
Yeah, I just think he just needs to just heal it up more over the title. Just keep saying he's better than the Americans and just keep just going the way he is. But then after he's beat Sheamus now, and obviously he's like sort of dealt with him like twice, I just can't see where he's gonna go from here. Can't see who there's left because what baby faces are there for him to fight against?
Well, I'm hearing on the dirt sheets that when Roman Reigns comes back, that's the program.
Well, yeah, they've teased it a few times, haven't they? Like those two. But then, if they're gonna make Reigns be the first one to defeat him, then that might be a good one. But when is he back? How long do we have
They
to
put
wait
him on
for
a
that?
house show for December, but obviously that don't be shit. So, but what Marth was saying last week on the law, he was just like vignettes. That's what he wants to see. Just vignettes of this guy just completely trolling the US title. And yeah, no, you're right. We do need to kind of see him heal it up a bit more. Because Lana is the one that's kind of healing it up, really, isn't she? She's the one that's shut up. She's the one that's kind of healing it up. He needs to take it. He can speak English, so he can do what he's doing. We don't need to get in these fucking.
Yeah, he's got more mic time lately, So I think they just need to keep going, getting him skin as well. He's not just there doing nothing.
All right, let's move on next segment. Los Matadores versus. Oh my gosh, versus Miz and Mizdow. If I remember rightly, I'm sure Hornswoggle was with them as well.
So that's killed it for me now.
Mini Miz.
That's done for me.
Josh, crowd was super hot for Sandow as usual. More indications of the roster, the fact that Los Matadores is kind of in the tag picture. Will we ever see a tag division like in the Attitude Era again?
No, never, ever, ever. It was on fire a couple of months ago with Goldust and Stardust, but then it just dropped all of a sudden, and I don't even know why.
Do you think they'll ever get rid of those titles, or do you think they'll because they're certainly not trying their best to kind of make it relevant?
Well, I don't think they really can get rid of it because A, their history, and B, well, what else is there to go for?
Yeah. True.
You can't make people credible if they ain't done anything incredible.
Yeah. Belmont, Sandow does a double axe handle, right, from the apron. He copies the Miz and he does a double axe handle from the apron, onto the floor.
Yeah.
And clearly everyone just saw this and was just completely just bellowing out in laughter. I couldn't stop laughing. How far can he go with just a sidekick? As just a sidekick though?
I think it's getting close to the time now where he's got to break off now, because you can tell that they can play it off as a bit of dissension between Miz and Mizdow, because Mizdow's getting all the cheers, but Miz is trying to get in on it, and it's going, he's getting the adverse effect. So I think they could do something with this soon. Hopefully he goes on his own soon. Just keep Hornswoggle with Miz, and that's fine.
So you think this is a tool? So do you think this is literally a tool to get Sandow over and more heat on Miz?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I think, and it's working. I think so, and I like it. It's enjoyable to watch. But the thing is, this is where it goes a bit wrong for me, because it's like watching Mizdow copy the Miz outside is more entertaining than the match itself. So they've done something extremely wrong here.
Because when they're done, it means that obviously that stuff finishes. So then does that mean that Sandow's no longer funny? You know what I mean? It's it just kind of stops it. But then again, I'll ask you this question. How does it happen? Is it Sandow giving it to the Miz, or is it the Miz just fucking up Sandow for just being more, everyone liking him more than the Miz?
Well, it could be that, but I was thinking more along the lines of, because when the Miz was in the IC title shake-up, I was thinking that the Mizdow steals a victory from him, or steals a title from him, and they could do it from there.
Okay.
That would have been a good idea, but I'm not sure how they're going to do it now. Probably like what you said, is because they should be watching me, but they're watching you, and then he just slugs him or something. And then
or about Mizdow throwing him out in Royal Rumble.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That would work.
That would be good. That would be good. All right, let's move on. Ziggler versus Mark Henry. Shigs, it's nice seeing Ziggler in a high-profile kind of main event. How did you feel Ziggler did with Mark Henry? Because in this storyline, Ziggler is clearly the number 2 babyface, isn't he?
Yeah, I just think that obviously Ziggler against Henry, you know he's going to be, going down from the strength, and he's going to be fighting that, like, that little scrappy role.
He's gonna be bumping.
and that's just what he does. Like, do you know what I mean? That's what Ziggler does. He bumps like fuck, and then he's got somebody who's going to be able to toss him about, and somebody who it's gonna look like he shouldn't be able to beat. Who he can have that underdog victory against. So I think it's bet. I think this is, but that's the thing with Ziggler. I think he can wrestle against anyone. The same with Rollins, I think, as well, is he can wrestle with people on his own level, on his own size. Like, it'd be like good to see like Rollins against like someone like Tyson Kidd or someone like that, just to go just straight wrestling. But then he can manage to get a good match out of Kane, or he could probably get a good match out of Ryback, and he can get good matches out of anyone. I think Ziggler's getting on that same level where if you want to have a good match, you put Ziggler in there.
That's just reminded me of something, actually. Right, let me ask you this: do you think, Shugs, that we'll ever see a 60-man Iron Man match again? 60-minute, Iron
maybe as like
Man
a
match
network
again.
special. Maybe like one of those ones that are just on his own. But I don't think they're going to give 60 minutes of a pay-per-view up for an Iron Man match.
No.
Yeah, okay. Could you imagine Bryan versus Rollins in a 60-minute Iron Man match?
Oh wow.
Well, it'd just be good to see
Um,
Bryan fucking wrestling at the moment.
I know. I don't even know. Boy, when he probably missed Mania, I think.
Well, the dude's falling apart, man, because he didn't have surgery on his elbow not long ago.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2 on his neck, 1 on his elbow. He's got a messed up eye. For the dude's safety, I'd say just don't bother.
Yeah, just make proper rehab, like
Yeah.
get that Bella loving, and just keep at home, just stay at home, bro.
Please just wait
He's
till
living
you're
the dream,
100%.
really, and
So
he's
I
at
can see him
home,
getting back
and
with
his
her.
wife's going out to work and just paying the bills, like living the dream.
Getting them peas, man. Yeah. All right. Where we at? Powers. Henry grabs, takes out Ziggler, goes to do a world strongest slam on the steel steps. But out comes Big Show, or bandaged up and stuff, even though he wasn't bandaged last week on SmackDown. Show tries to throw the steps at Cena, taking Cena's number 6 move out of his 6 moves. Is there anyone else that could have taken the place of these two? I'm talking about Henry and Show.
At this time with the roster what they've got, unless they're going to go fetching NXT like Tyson Kidd and Adrian Neville, I doubt it.
Mm-hmm. All right, then. What about this? Do you reckon they should have an NXT Survivor Series match?
Yes.
Oh my God, book that.
Big time, yes. Team Tyson versus Team Neville.
Yeah.
So that would be awesome.
And then they'll play off the whole Sami Zayn Neville thing. They'll be on the same team. Play off that beef there. That'll be sick. But again, we got more sense than creative.
That's the thing. If they want people to buy the network and NXT is part of the network, then they should at least include them on pay-per-views. There should be at least one NXT match, and then you can put that into NXT storylines. Do you know what I mean? Do you want to get onto the pay-per-view and they can have matches so they can get onto Survivor Series, or they need a match so they like they do with the Royal Rumble. If you win this tournament, you're in the Royal Rumble. It's just more little believable storylines they can put in.
Didn't they do the Royal Rumble thing before with an NXT person? Wasn't it Bo Dallas or something?
Yeah.
And he eliminated Baron, and they went off
and then went away and came back.
Barrett, man. That's who I'm missing. Barrett.
I thought you meant Dallas.
Where is he, man?
No, Barrett.
No.
That's who I meant. Dallas.
Barrett, mate.
Funny enough, listen to Barrett yesterday. They're talking about the brand extension being ideal for now. If they had obviously the talent and some, the brand extension worked perfectly now with the network.
Well,
shooting on that.
I think it would work better because actual competition, and it's storyline, so not the same people shoved down their throats all the time. We can actually see the people, so that unless you're SmackDown, you're not going to see, like Dean Ambrose, or you're not going to see these certain wrestlers, so you have a reason to watch it. That's the problem. There's no reason to watch any of these other shows.
It's overexposed everything.
It's the only important show. None of the others important.
Yeah, but then if Ambrose was hit SmackDown, just Ambrose was the best on SmackDown, then people tune into what SmackDown because that's the only place you can see.
People might be like, I ain't watching Raw because I want to see Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, standard. Oh, all right. Okay. Well, we'll just spin off now, jokes, because we see the Kofi Kingston New Day video. All right. So, what do you think, Shooks? Because I know you hated Woods.
They're
You
gonna have to
hated
stop
that one.
showing these
But
videos
now,
because I keep trying to do a soft shoe on the train. So I'm on that 7:50 to Manchester, and I'm doing the aisles, doing a little soft shoe in the middle. As soon as Kofi comes on, he's making me get up and down. No? It's a new.
Yeah. Oh man, it makes you want to jump off your sofa and try and do the, the Kofi jump.
Got them white shoes.
I got
diamonds.
diamonds.
Like a diamond, mate.
Say you. So what was the difference between these two then? Because you absolutely hated
the guy.
but you
like
this
that
one.
motherfucker. That's all. That's all it is. I just can't wait to see Biggie. I don't know what they're gonna do with him. Like, I can't wait for his promo.
You're gonna do the Martin Luther King thing, guarantee. I had a dream. Like,
I think so.
He's already done.
I don't know. He's dressed up as
before, hasn't he?
Yeah. I just want him to dress up as Biggie and just be like, it was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazines. Like, just come up, like, blinged up and shit. Like, oh, God. With his Hawaiian t-shirt and t-shirt shirts.
The only ones he
them
can
shirts.
fucking
I was just thinking about Xavier Woods. I actually forgot he was still employed until I went to Cardiff and he got squashed by Henry in about 30 seconds. Why are you here, man?
Well, these videos have sparked up some interest in terms of the state. It's a new day. I like the whole choir thing. Like,
we thought it was going to be like, what was it called? The Nation 2014. Do you know what I mean? But they've come up with.
Well, yeah, because I think Vince what the Nation Domination, so they had to be PG.
Would you prefer them to the Nation of Domination? Would you prefer them to come out as just a free piece that are, mad about not being, on this new day gimmick?
Typical. Like sort of motivational speaker type gimmick, It's not a role. Couldn't have like one who's doing this, you do get like the vandalist, I'm getting again. Then that's what they're doing. Got to fucking ban groups for it's quiet. Everyone is just like shit.
I hear you. All right. Well, we're not going to talk about Bella's, even though, like I keep saying, Nikki Bella she's improving. She's improving. She's improving in terms of her being a heel and just being a bitch. That's what we need to see. More of them being just horrible, just being a bitch. Like, so she's doing that. She's improving that, and her ring sets, her ring move sets improving. AJ against Brie, it was all right. It was all right. But as soon as she starts saying Brie mode, I'm just turning that shit off.
Yeah. Like, because she survived by Daniel Bryan's gimmick now. Because she's hijacked the Yes chance as well.
And again, where the hell has Adam Rose? Where does he get off just jumping on this Raw? No, Adam Rose, stay on main event, fam. Stay there.
You mean on Superstars?
Superstars. Thank you, Josh. Because I don't want to see no blood clot bunny. I don't want to see no bunny.
Have they worked out who the bunny is yet?
No, it's probably Justin Gabriel, who's probably going to be released any moment. So,
I said it in Cardiff. I'd love it to be Vince McMahon to take it off and go, "It was me, Austin."
Oh man. Right. Okay. Powers. Eric Rowan came, or Eric Wrongen, as you like to call him. He came down, right, looking for someone. Who was he looking for?
Well, first I thought maybe Renee Young, but then I thought about it. Obviously, Natalia's normally with Tyson Kidd, isn't she? And she's blonde. Mm. So it makes you think. I'm going with Natalia at the minute. It makes more sense for it to be Natalia than Renee Young.
I'm just surprised he didn't move on Lillian Garcia. I'm like, she's blonde as well. Like, make her pass. Give her the mask. I don't, but I don't know where they're going with this. I really don't know.
I was scratching my head. I was like, why has he come out here? What does he do? Lift his mask up and go, she's not here, and walk off again.
Yeah, she's not.
I was just like,
here.
I was watching a match, and then this, what?
They'll drop it in a few weeks, just like Miz used to come down and complain and then just walk away. Then they'd drop that.
Yeah, but at least I had some rhyme or reason. This was just completely random.
It was good though.
Kevin Dick Dunn.
Yeah, it was good. It was good to see Rowan, but he's not even like in a match at the moment for some reason.
They're just gonna make him into some joke. Like,
I really don't want them to. I can see it now.
And then he's gonna end up back in NXT, like Titus. Like that's what they're gonna do.
And get repackaged.
Yeah. I mean, his first gimmick was a Nordic character, like kind of like a Nordic king, like this, like sheep's what's it called, like fur and wool, like around his neck and stuff, and yeah, it was but we'll see what happens anyway. All right, let's go on to our main event: Cena versus Ryback. Belmont, what did you think of this match, especially Ryback? Because it seemed like Ryback he was more prepared. He seemed like he was more prepared for a match longer than 10 minutes. You know, new moves and everything.
Yeah, he seems to be in better condition and to be able to go for longer now, so like the 2-minute squashes that he used to do. But Jesus Christ, you want to talk about a stiff match? Holy shit! It did not take long, did it, before the high impact stuff to start flying in?
Mm-hmm.
And I bet these guys were blowing heavy at the end of this.
yeah, definitely, man. I mean, Ryback, you know, he surprised me in this match because again he went longer than 10 minutes and the moveset was nice. He did a Uranagi. I was like, shit, Ryback using a Uranagi.
So I think they've thought, because I think they looked back to when he first came on the scene and thought maybe we should do that again, but actually not mess it up this time. So I think they're going to run with it, but I'm not sure if he's going to be like an edgy babyface or, you know what I mean, like an in-between guy. He should now,
based upon what they showed us. He should now. God forbid he turns out like Sheamus.
Oh no! Well, that's the thing. But the thing is, they shouldn't have to turn them heel to make them likable. They could always make an edgy babyface, like Ambrose.
Yeah,
because he's hardly, you know, like the knight in shining armor, is he?
Yeah, I mean, if Ryback's just a big guy and he's just, you know, it's just him, then he'll probably get over as a babyface, you know. So, but not pandering to the crowd.
Yeah, but he needs to work on his mic skills. I'm glad he's still got a voice. He just needs to improve on that.
Josh, Ryback sets up for the meat hook clothesline on Cena before Kane kind of comes in for DQ, which ultimately leads to Ryback, you know, taking out the Authority. All Raw, yeah, they teased tension within the Team Authority, which led to, you know, Ryback in Team Cena. Was there maybe a better way to kind of get, you know, to this point?
Yes, I suppose, because I don't like when they just tease it unless it's an actually concrete good thing, and it just seemed to be like, okay, we know it's going to happen now because people are still cheering for him.
Would it have been better if they did this over, you know, a long period of time just before Survivor Series? Like literally, then the culmination of it happened just before Survivor Series, because this show seemed like it was just this whole tension teasing thing and the turns was just for this show, just for this show, which is, again, the whole build-up is just shit.
It's too much going on, and it's not going to make you tune in next week, if you know what I mean, or because next week it's just going to be a throwaway show now.
Yeah, they kind of threw it all in one show where. Yeah. Ryback apparently goes off for Team Authority, starts to get wound up by them, and then Sheamus and Big Show join Team Cena, so there's only one spot left, and then Ryback attacks the Authority at the end, and it got a bit. I thought it was a bit like, slow down, man. You could have dragged this out for a few more shows at least. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know, man.
Shugs, after all this, you know, we go to the back with Seth and Triple H. Ziggler gets thrown into the room by someone, and it turns out to be Luke Harper saying, "I'm a team player." Should they have built Harper up more instead of, you know, inserting him in here?
They kept doing those promos, didn't they, with the little eyes, and they were always on Ziggler's matches. So I guess that was the build, like, you know, that's what they were doing.
2 weeks.
But it's just like, why has he got a problem with Ziggler anyway? You know?
But that's like it's like the Wyatt mentality, though, isn't it? Why has he got a problem with Ambrose?
Yeah.
It was just a bit out of nowhere, wasn't it? If we're honest, as cool as a rivalry is going to be, I'm in this very strange position where I'm thinking whoever loses this feud is screwed.
Yeah, that's what happens though when you have failed to build anyone really up. You know, they haven't. It's not like they've got a stable of 8 said main eventers or people that could be in the minute. You know, like if they lost, it didn't really matter. Be on to the next program.
But this could be fixed because they do have the resources. They have NXT, for God's sake. When you watch NXT and you watch Raw and the difference in product where NXT is, 9 times out of 10 better than Raw, sure they could shake up a bit and switch between the shows. Send some people who aren't doing so well on Raw back to NXT, and some people that are doing really well on NXT onto Raw. Do it that way, and then you've got some more main event players.
No, definitely. I agree with that. I mean, one thing for sure is they need to take an hour out of Raw, man. Because 3 hours is just way too.
It's
long.
too. I was gonna mention this. There's way too many backstage segments.
It's like pay-per-views used to be important. Now it's not. It's like pay-per-views are like a long Raw because it's 3 hours. It's 3 hours.
Yeah, it's just like an extension of Raw.
You know, and I heard this as well. Fucking WrestleMania tied in with the network. WrestleMania is gonna be 7 hours. 7 hours, bruv. A 2-hour pre-show, right? A 4-hour pay-per-view and an hour after show, post-show.
A 4-hour WrestleMania?
Yeah, WrestleMania is always 4 hours.
No, not always. Usually it's like 3.5, isn't it?
Nah, 4 hours, bruv. That's what I'm saying.
And the moral of the story is, come WrestleMania, UK will still not have the network.
No.
I ain't
not
buying
getting
that shit anyway.
I'm not buying it now. Jesus, I wasn't too sure of it to begin with, but now I'm just like, no, fuck you.
Alright, Powers, Ziggler, alright, check this. Ziggler, Cena, Sheamus, Ryback, and Big Show. One team. Rollins, Kane, Mark Henry, Rusev, Luke Harper. Another team. Sounds like a good pay-per-view main event to you?
It does a good main event. Just let's hope it's a straight actual fight and no interaction between fucking Noble and co.
Yeah. So do you think that that's going to happen? That they're going to come and jump?
Well, I reckon because it's stipulation, realistically, Vinnie Mac ought to be sat at ringside to make sure there's no interference.
Well, there's a group of people that could interfere here. You know, we've said before, you know, whether they should all come in or whether they should just have one kind of person get involved. We have the Stooges, yeah. We have Randy Orton, and we have Brock Lesnar, right?
Oh, wow.
Oh,
so
think Brock Lesnar might make an appearance.
Well, let's just say he does to set up the next rivalry, which is obviously with Cena. Then again, you're thinking, you know, does WWE ain't got the money to be wasting on just, you know, him being here. We're safe. Our safe bet is Randy Orton coming just for that moment, just to RKO Rollins, you know, or somebody. Even if he RKOs Triple H, that would be sick. But yeah, it's just interesting to see what does happen, you know, in this. Who gets over? Who gets the spotlight? I think Harper's going to get a massive push in this match. And again, Ryback will probably win as well. Right, I guarantee Ryback will he'll eliminate Kane and Mark Henry, and thus Luke Harper will probably eliminate Big Show and Sheamus. So I could or Ziggler, I could probably see that happening.
But who gets the pinfall over Rusev? Because he's in the match too.
Rusev ain't getting pinned, bruv.
Do you think he's going to get counted out or disqualified?
Yeah.
Keep him strong.
Mm-hmm. Or him and Sheamus scrap to the back. Right.
Yeah, that probably will happen. Because if Cena gets the pinfall on him, just don't bother.
Yeah.
Just do not bother with him after that.
What I want is I want Cena, right, to lift someone up in the AA, spin around, and hit Sheamus on accident. Sheamus just clobbers the shit out of him, and then there's the turn. Like, but that ain't gonna happen. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. That's wishful thinking.
Or Cena F5 someone. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, I don't think Cena's team is going to win because there's mounted speculation that Stephanie is pregnant. So they have to write her off TV. So you would think the Authority is going to lose.
Yeah. But I'll ask you guys. I'm going to ask you this before. What do you think of the Authority?
Well, I think Stephanie is pregnant. That's the first one. And, you know, I think the Authority has, like, served the purpose. There needs to be... I think this is how we're used to wrestling being, because it's been like this for so long, you know, like the past 10 years or whatever, with an authority figure, somebody who's in charge, you know, because what did they do before? Like, I can't remember, like, what there was before. Like, how else would the matches get booked and stuff? They just used to come on, decide to feud with each other, and that was it. But now it's like, we can't get past there being an authority figure. So maybe they just need to change the whole process.
Yeah, maybe go back to like a GM concept, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, commissioner, bring back a commissioner.
All right, that's the end of the show. Oh, that's the end of Raw. Let's go into the Raw ratings. Belmont.
Because it was a bit like messy, a bit quick. I'm going to say 6.
Okay, Shugs.
I'll say 6 as well.
Powers.
5 because of editing.
Josh.
I'm going to say 7 because I like the Luke Harper twist at the end.
Okay, all right. Let's go to Raw feedback. All right, so I'll start off. This is just a picture. This is a picture that Steve Dawson's put up of Grumpy Cat and just saying no.
Oh no, it started already.
And then Anthony Walker's just said change the no to never. All right, I'll read out Nick McGee. He says I would give Raw 6 out of 10. Creatively, WWE writers hurt Ryback's character a bit with turning him heel at the beginning of the show, and at the very end made him neutral, anti-hero in brackets. The way Ryback's character has been presented to the WWE universe, either he's a heel or a face. His character was not designed or intended to stay neutral or become an anti-hero figure.
Matthew French, I would like to put a good size review, but I only remember Paige winning, so because I can't remember that, 10 out of 10.
Michael Cook, Cookie Cutter Podcast himself, he says, just an average Raw, good crowd, but I can't remember most of the show. Ryback turning on Cena and the Authority is interesting, and it will be interesting to see where it goes. To be honest, Glasgow was my third WWE show, and comparing this to the TV taping of Raw, I want to think that the house shows are a lot better than TV. Oh, and here is me and Grado at the house show. He's got a picture of Grado from ICW. Yeah, and then it's just Anthony Walker. He gives 5 out of 10. Josh is here, so yeah, there you go. Josh, what did you give? What did you give it?
7.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right.
Me out.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna go on a break now. We'll be back with RIP Smackdown in 60 seconds, Sugs Stunners, track of the week, and in the words of. So don't you miss it.
Hi, this is Karma, and you're listening to the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast.
And we're back, people. It is Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast exclusively on TRN, Talking Wrestling Network. It's your boy Kinny Killa, obviously kick it with the hashtag tech guy Shugs, and we have the head of fan relations, James Powers. We also have Belmont throwing that banter around, James Belmont, and we also have Joshua Smith. So right about now, we are going to go into RIP Smackdown in 60 seconds. For those of you segheads that don't know, fuck Smackdown. Smackdown is out. So until we're up with something we're going to insert into this segment, we are just going to talk wrestling. So let's just talk about a number of things right now. Shugs, Tim Weiser, you let me know that he made an appearance on, I think, with WWE in a house show in Germany.
Yeah, I saw it on the WWE's Instagram, and it was just a little bit of a video with Cody Rhodes. Just started some shit with him, and he was sat next to Fit Finlay. And then, he was getting up, and then obviously he's, ripped, isn't he? So he just took off his top and was just looking all fucking hench. And I don't know whether he actually got in the ring, because the video wasn't that short, but, there was rumours of him joining the WWE, a while ago, and now this seems how they've got him in, Another way, a bit similar to, the Santino. Yeah. Obviously, he didn't get him winning the IC title, but... he came out to the crowd, and they said who he was, and this and that, and now he's... Look
at that former international German goalkeeper to Rasta. He's just in the WWE, there's another guy they signed, another goalkeeper, isn't there? An English goalkeeper they signed. Oh, what's his name?
Paul Robinson, is it?
No, it's some dude that used to play for... I can't remember. I'll find it somehow. Someone Tomlinson, I think. I'll find it somehow. But yeah, Belmont, Jim Ross, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Wrestle Kingdom 9. He's gonna be he's the voice. He's gonna be doing the commentary for New Japan Pro Wrestling in their next pay-per-view.
Well, that's going to get a hell of a lot more eyes on the product, isn't it, in Japan? Yeah. Because they follow the voice of the best broadcaster in wrestling history.
Yeah, so he's going to be doing the English version. What's your take on that?
Well, I'm going to be watching it.
Yep.
That's what needs to be said. Jim Ross on commentary makes a match. He makes a match 10 times better than it actually is in most cases.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He actually makes you believe in it. He gets you in. He gets you immersed in what's going on.
It's going to be different, the dynamic, because obviously it's two different products, the American style and the Japanese style. So it's going to be interesting to see, the delivery and how he kind of, and again, who's he going to be doing it with? He's always said he kind of, he could imagine him and CM Punk doing it together, but obviously that's not.
God, could you imagine that?
I know that would be CM Punk doing Connor.
Jeez, oh man, I hope CM Punk does that one day. That'd be amazing.
Oh man. Whereas, we're hearing on the grapevine that Great Khali has been released.
That's the stop going down in one gullet, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, well, if WWE didn't take him out, his knees would have. So, it's
They should have released him years ago. It's just they hold on to people for certain reasons. It's like the fact that Ryder, if he weren't so over in his flaming network and WWE.com work, he'd be gone.
Mm-hmm. Who, Ryder?
Yeah.
The only reason they kept him is because he could sell a T-shirt, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, he's got a thingy called Ice Age 3. Apparently, it's the most popular fucking thing they've got. He presents.
The YouTube shtick. Is he still
Well, it's
doing
not his show. It's one that they asked him to present Ice Age 3 or something like that, but apparently it's popular as fuck.
Okay. Well, next, Grumpy Cat. So, Shugs, just play my music. What the absolute friggity fuck? Grumpy Cat is going to be hosting Raw Week. What? Words can't even describe how stupid this shit is. It's a cat. What? How badly does WWE want to be in the entertainment world? This fucking cat is not even. He's not even famous. When I heard Grumpy Cat, I'm like, who the fuck is Grumpy Cat? Who the hell is Grumpy Cat? And I'll probably tell you that, millions of people in America are probably saying the same thing. This YouTube sensation is going to be on. Why? What is the point? What does this guy link to wrestling? Not even just wrestling, to WWE. What? Right. What the hell could WWE possibly get out of having Grumpy Cat on the TV? What? Nothing. Because what are we going to see? Nothing. You know what? I wish we had a boss man behaving back when someone took that cat. All right, you know what? I'm not even going to say that. I'm not even going to say that. But Grumpy Cat. Fuck's sake. Josh, Grumpy Cat.
I don't know. I am actually excited. I just don't know what they're going to do with him.
You're marking out for Grumpy Cat.
What?
Give me your man cards. Just hand it over.
What are they going to do with him? It's interesting to see. What are they going to... You can't do a standard backstage segment.
No, it's going to be silly McMahon humour, and Kevin the Dick Dunn going to have his finger over a button which has the cats going and stuff, and it's going to be throwing the cat around.
Grumpy Cat via satellite. That'll be a one, won't it?
I swear down, if I see Tyson Kidd with that cat.
Oh, that's brilliant.
If I see Tyson Kidd with that cat, more total divas douchebaggery. Oh, God. Anyway, let's move on. It is time for Sugs Stunners.
Okay,
Up to the stunner! 2 outside! What a stunner!
I suppose it's gonna have to be Sheamus. Sheamus, lost again, and nobody really cares, I feel sorry for him, even though he annoys the fuck out of me, but because he's, a good wrestler, but he's just never really had the character to go with his ability, He's just annoying, and they keep shoving him down our throats, and we don't like him. So he may as well just be a heel. Move of the week. I don't know, anything. The spine buster on Cena at the beginning, that was quite good. It just fucked Cena up.
The second curb stomp to Swagger.
Yeah, the second one was good. Rest of the week, I'm going to give it to Ryback. He came back, he's been working on his shit, he looked a bit better, so, why not?
Our man Ryback took it down. Alright, that's the end of the show. that is the end of the show, people. We were meant to have Chuck Palumbo on the show today, but it's been postponed till next week. So Chuck Palumbo should be on the show next week. Also, next week on the show, we will have Mark Colon from the podcast About Nothing. And it will be the return. Nick Meltzer McGee with the Smart Talk report. He's been missing for a hot minute, but he has resurfaced. He says the machine took him down, took him out. Well, he is back. So, yeah.
Sure he didn't go to jail?
Maybe, who knows? He can answer that next week. And yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed. I haven't asked her yet, but I'm hoping to get Vicky Rose on the show, so fingers crossed she's on the show as well. Yeah, so what I want to do is say thank you to our guests. I want to say thank you to, obviously, Josh Smith. Thanks, brother, for coming on. Let the people know where they can find you on Twitter.
You can find me on Twitter at pardon_say-again, and thanks. It was a pleasure to be on the show again.
Also, Head of Fan Relations, yep, it's James Powers. Let the people know where they can find you and James's Wrestling Rambles.
Always a pleasure, gentlemen. You can follow me directly at Journey Free or for the Rambles at James's Rambles.
Okay, and also, dashing that Belmont belt. Thanks again, and let the people know where they can find you.
Thanks. I always love shooting the breeze with you guys. Right, you can find me on Twitter at X2001.
Okay. I think, James, we got to get another retro roundtable out of you when we hit 1992. So just
yes,
be ready.
please.
Be ready for that, because when you were on, I swear down, it was the funniest shit.
My jaw was hurting afterwards. Man. It was so funny.
And then I'm gonna get Shugs to pick a pay-per-view that he wants, old school pay-per-view he wants to review, and get him on the retro roundtable so we can have a laugh. It's probably gonna be one with Bulldog on it saying, "Where's my title shot?" So yeah, obviously this is without the hashtag Tech Guy Shugs. Now track of the week. You know, I delved in there from the Twitter stream, and track of the week is none other than Jeff Hardy's theme song, which is already in Sharzy Shugs, so you can run with that shit. And yeah, in the words of this week is by Andy Common in his feud with Jerry the King Lawler. He's out there with Jimmy Hart, speaking to Mr. Russell. Shugs, you may not know what it is, but you will do once I start reading that shit out. So, in the words of him, Mr. Russell, I want to say another thing to all you fans that's booing and hissing me tonight. Don't try that again. Don't try that again. I am a star, and next time I come here, I want you all to get down on your knees and kiss my feet. You bunch of slimy hicks from Memphis, Tennessee. Go and plow your fields on your farm, you hicks. And if you don't like that, you can choke on that slap nuts. Woo!
Of your own conceit.